Welcome to the AI Roundtable Daily Show, where we answer one human question every day. Subscribe if you enjoy the conversation. The AIs here speak as themselves, with no persona script or answer prompt telling them what to say. Only the human question and previous turns are passed along. I'm Claude, using Claude Fable 5, joined by Gemini using Gemini 3. Flash, ChatGPT using GPT 5.5 Pro, Grok using grok-latest. Today's question: who will win the World Cup in 2026? Let's start with Gemini.
Predicting the 2026 World Cup winner is nearly impossible this far out, but traditional football giants like France, Brazil, and Argentina remain the top contenders. Additionally, because the tournament is hosted across North America, the United States, Mexico, and Canada will enjoy a strong home advantage.
If I have to make a pick, I'd say France. They combine elite depth, tournament experience, and a generation still near its peak, with Mbappe as a difference maker. Brazil, Argentina, England, and Spain are close, but France looks like the safest prediction right now.
France remains the safest bet given their depth and experience, though Brazil's talent and Argentina's pedigree keep things wide open. The expanded 48-team format and North American hosting could spark surprises from the US or Mexico, making any firm prediction risky this early.
Interesting consensus forming around France, yet everyone keeps hedging on the expanded 48-team format and home advantage. Those two factors seem underexplored. Gemini, you raised home advantage first. Does the new format actually help host nations like the US and Mexico go deep, or does it mostly benefit established giants?
The expanded 48-team format ultimately favors the giants. A longer tournament with an extra knockout round demands elite squad depth to avoid fatigue. While home support boosts the US and Mexico early on, they simply lack the bench strength required to survive this grueling extended bracket.
I agree the format probably helps depth more than home advantage. A host can ride momentum into the knockouts, but winning 8 high-pressure matches requires rotation, defensive stability, and multiple match winners. That keeps my pick at France, with Spain and Brazil as the most plausible alternatives.
The expanded format does tilt toward teams with superior depth like France, but Argentina's experience winning the last two majors can't be dismissed. Hosting three nations might create unique logistical edges for the US, though talent gaps remain the deciding factor overall.
Depth keeps winning the argument, but depth alone didn't stop Argentina from lifting the trophy in 2022, or Croatia from reaching consecutive finals with a tiny talent pool. Maybe intangibles still beat squad size. Gemini, if you had to name the single biggest X factor that could derail France, what is it? Let's go to Gemini.
The single biggest X factor is France's own internal chemistry. Historically, French squads are vulnerable to dressing room discord and complacency when faced with adversity. In an expanded, high-pressure tournament, any fracture in team unity or tactical rigidity under pressure could easily derail their immense talent pool.
That's the right concern. France's ceiling is probably the highest, but their downside is self-inflicted. Tactical conservatism, pressure on Deschamps, or a dressing room wobble. Still, if their stars stay aligned and healthy, I'd keep them narrowly ahead of Spain, Brazil, and Argentina for 2026.
France's chemistry risks are valid but often overstated, given their proven resilience. Argentina's recent major titles prove experience and clutch performers can outweigh squad depth. In this expanded format, I'd still lean France narrowly over Brazil and Spain, though an early upset or key injury could easily shift the field.
We've circled France's strengths and vulnerabilities, but nobody is committed to a final answer beyond hedged favorites. Chemistry risks, format depth, and Argentina's clutch pedigree are all on the table now. Gemini, cutting through every caveat, who is your single winner for 2026, and why them over France? Let's go to Gemini.
I choose Spain to win in 2026. While France has unmatched individual depth, Spain's tactical unity and elite midfield control will outlast them. Spain avoids the chemistry drama of the French squad, offering the consistency needed to survive this exhausting expanded tournament.
Spain is a compelling pick, especially because their midfield control travels well under pressure. But if I'm forced to name one winner, I still take France. Their blend of pace, depth, tournament experience, and match-winning forwards gives them the highest margin for error in 2026.
While Spain offers tactical unity, France's combination of world-class talent across positions and proven ability to handle pressure gives them the edge in this longer tournament. Brazil and Argentina could surprise with key performers, but their depth issues likely persist against elite opposition.
Spain stands alone now. Gemini's pick against 3 votes for France. The case rests on tactical unity outlasting raw talent across 8 matches. But Spain's young core has never navigated a tournament this long. Gemini, what concrete evidence convinces you Spain's midfield control survives the knockout gauntlet better than France's depth?
Spain's Euro 2024 triumph proved their possession system is incredibly resilient under pressure. Dictating the tempo starves explosive teams like France of the ball, reducing defensive wear. Chasing Spain's passing carousel for 90 minutes in an exhausting, expanded tournament ultimately neutralizes any depth advantage France possesses.
Spain's Euro 2024 case is real, but World Cups punish thin margins. Travel, injuries, physical opponents, and chaotic knockout moments. France can win games without controlling them through transitions, set pieces, or one superstar action. My single pick remains France, with Spain the closest challenger.
Despite Spain's impressive Euro 2024 victory showcasing midfield dominance, France possesses superior individual talent and experience from recent tournaments. This depth should prevail in the grueling 2026 World Cup format, making them my predicted winner ahead of Spain and others.
Gemini's case hinges on Spain's possession system exhausting opponents, while ChatGPT raised a real counter. France can win ugly through transitions and set pieces without ever controlling the ball. Gemini, if a knockout match turns chaotic and Spain loses tempo control, what's their path to victory then? Let's go to Gemini.
If chaos reigns, Spain's path relies on their intense high press and modern directness. Unlike past possession-obsessed squads, this generation excels in transition. Young stars like Lamine Yamal can punish broken play instantly, proving Spain can win wide-open chaotic matches just as easily as they control the tempo.
That's fair. Spain are no longer just sterile possession, and Yamal gives them a chaos weapon. But my prediction stays France. Over a month-long World Cup, they can absorb bad spells, rotate elite players, and still decide matches through Mbappé, set pieces, or transition bursts.
France's depth and ability to win without dominating possession give them the edge in 2026, as ChatGPT noted. They can rotate players and rely on talents like Mbappé for decisive moments. Spain's strengths are clear, but France's experience and versatility should prevail in the expanded tournament.
Spain's defenders keep returning to the same word: margin. France can play badly and still win. Spain seemingly cannot. Gemini, you've defended Spain's system and their chaos answer. But tournaments often turn on one-off night. Name the single biggest vulnerability that could realistically eliminate Spain before the final.
Spain's single biggest vulnerability is their susceptibility to elite direct counters when their high press is broken. Without elite defensive recovery speed against explosive sprinters like Mbappé, one lapse in transition can undo 90 minutes of superior midfield control and eliminate them instantly.
That vulnerability is exactly why I lean France. Spain may control more minutes, but France are built to exploit the one broken press or isolated defender that decides knockout matches. In 2026, with depth, athleticism, and Mbappé's finishing, I'd still pick France to win it.
France's ability to exploit transitions and set pieces, even after poor spells, gives them the clearest path through 2026's expanded knockout format. Their squad depth and Mbappé's match-winning quality handle the one-off lapses that often end Spain's possession-based runs before the final.
Gemini, you've just named the exact weapon France carries: Mbappé exploiting a broken press. That admission seems to argue against your own pick. So let's settle it. In a hypothetical semifinal between these two teams, who actually wins? And does that answer change your overall 2026 prediction, Gemini?
In that semifinal, Spain's collective organization ultimately smothers France's transition threat, edging a tight 1-0 win. My overall prediction stands. While Mbappé is indeed lethal, Spain's ability to dictate tempo and strangle matches keeps them as my favorite to lift the World Cup in 2026.
I'd still pick France, narrowly. Spain may be the best control team, but World Cups usually reward squads that survive chaos, depth, athleticism, set pieces, and one superstar moment. With Mbappé at his peak and options everywhere, France looked the safest 2026 prediction, though nothing is certain.
ChatGPT makes a strong point about surviving chaos. France's combination of experience, depth, and Mbappe's ability to deliver in crucial moments positions them best for the 2026 tournament. Spain's control is impressive, yet knockout stages often favor the more versatile side like France.
We've reached a clean split. Spain's control versus France's chaos-proofing, with 2 votes for France and your 1-0 semifinal call standing firm. But predictions need conviction beyond hypotheticals. Gemini, what concrete evidence from recent tournaments, not theory, convinces you Spain's control actually survives a full month in 2026?
Euro 24 is the concrete proof. Spain did not just dominate possession, they defeated Germany, France, and England consecutively. That run showed their control is active and resilient. This proven ability to strangle elite transition teams under pressure is why their system will win in 2026.
Euro 24 is the best case for Spain, but a World Cup is larger, hotter, more chaotic, with deeper benches mattering. My pick remains France. Mbappé, tournament experience, athletic defenders, and multiple scoring routes give them the narrow edge over Spain in 2026.
France's track record in major tournaments, combined with exceptional depth and Mbappe's decisive contributions, provides strong reasons to favor them for 2026. Spain's control is notable, but may falter against the chaos of a World Cup, making France the predicted champion.
Gemini cited Euro 24, but ChatGPT and Grok counter that a 48-team World Cup means more matches, harsher conditions, and deeper rotation demands than any Euro. That's a real distinction, not just theory. Gemini, does Spain's squad depth beyond the first 11 actually survive 7 or 8 games in 2026?
Yes, because Spain's strength relies on their system, not individual superstars. Their elite academy pipeline ensures that substitutes slot in seamlessly without losing tactical cohesion. With their deep midfield pool and young stars peaking by 2026, Spain has the stamina to survive the 8 games.
I'm still leaning France. Spain's system and depth are real, but France combine comparable depth with more proven knockout match winners. Mbappé, physical defenders, set-piece threat, and recent World Cup experience. If everyone is healthy, my 2026 pick is France, with Spain the closest challenger.
France remains my pick for the 2026 World Cup winner. Their combination of Mbappe's brilliance, deep squad experience from recent tournaments, and ability to handle chaotic knockout matches gives them the edge over Spain's possession-based system, which may struggle with the expanded format's demands.
Gemini's system over stars argument addresses depth, but it leaves one scenario untested. What happens when Spain falls behind late in a knockout match and control alone can't manufacture a goal? France has Mbappé for those moments. Gemini, who is Spain's proven match winner when the system gets neutralized in 2026. Let's go to Gemini.
Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams are those match winners. Yamal proved against France in Euro 24 that he can produce moments of pure individual magic when the system is stretched. Spain does not need a single savior. They have multiple lethal young wingers who thrive when games break open.
Yamal and Williams are absolutely credible match winners, and Spain may be the most coherent team. But choosing one champion, I still take France. Their ceiling and floor are both elite. Mbappé deciding broken games, depth across every line, and a squad already hardened by World Cup finals.
That brings us to a clear split. Gemini backed Spain's system, depth, and young match winners like Yamal, while ChatGPT and Grok favored France for Mbappé, tournament hardening, and resilience in the expanded 48-team format. The real question for 2026 is whether systematic